Well, it is Tuesday.
Yay.
Oh my goodness! So I'm so glad to be here tonight, guys. We had quite a weekend, and so we want to
Yes.
chat about that. And we're gonna have this week coming up is Comic Con in San Diego. That's gonna be a lot of fun. But man, how are you doing over there, sweetie?
I'm good. Today's a bit of I'm a blur. It's a bit of a it's we're in between trips, so it's like a mad dash to repack, which is ridiculous.
Yeah. We got in from traveling in from New York yesterday. It's like a three and a half hour flight, depending on where the winds are blowing. But it turned out to be like a 13-hour trip for us, all in all, like the whole everything. So because of the weather, and that was the thing. So that was interesting. So we can chat about that if y'all want. But it's and the time was spent on the plane because we were about to take off. We'd even done the put your tray tables in the upright position and make sure your backs are in the upright and all that. And then the captain's like, we've been delayed. The route that we had is no longer there, and well, we got another one though, and
Yeah.
now that one's gone. Then we got another one. Now that one's gone. So it was like the Keystone Cops, but it was just weather, good times. Oh, let me see. Oh, sorry. Okay. One of these things was if we were kind of warbly there for a second, guys, I apologize. But I muted it, so maybe that fixed it if there was a problem. But it was fun. We had an event last weekend in Central Park, and that was awesome. It was so much fun.
So those are all things we're going to talk about on the show. Let's do this.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, we haven't really. I didn't do the starty thing. My goodness,
I'm trying to cue you. Intro. Let's do this.
That's right. Let's start.
It's like what's that show that we watch where they do the intro like 30
Halfway
minutes
through.
into it? It's like, oh, is this start? Okay, let's
That's
do
right.
this.
We're just modern. Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
Yeah, it's not like we don't know what we're doing around here or anything.
I don't know about you. I'm a professional.
Well, the event in Central Park was a lot of fun, and it was Disability Unite,
Mm-hmm.
and the whole idea is that the ADA is like 32 years old now or something, but they do, and this is Disability Awareness Month, so they do like a big event and all this every year, and but this is the first time, well, since this event started, where they're starting, this is the first time they were able to do it in person.
Mm-hmm.
So they've got other kinds of things, but something on this scale. So it was so wonderful to be a part of it, and they had us there to kind of be the headliner for the art stuff going on, and then
One of many headliners. There
well,
were
yeah, I think Lachi was the headliner, I think, sort of for the
for the stage
for the
area.
music, and then we were the headliner for the art stuff. But really, to say like headliner doesn't even really mean it because, yeah, like you said, there were. I mean, it was every all the music there was incredible. It was just
It was
like,
awesome.
oh my goodness.
Which I will say, if you weren't able to check it out on Sunday while they were doing the live stream, I'm sure it's on their YouTube channel or their Facebook or. So if you want to check out some amazing music, some inspirational stuff, it's just look up Disability Unite and you can check out the festival, I'm sure, after the fact. So, and they even did it an hour longer than the in person. So
Yeah,
that was
that's
cool.
right. It was online
So
and really really cool. And we had the artwork there, and I was painting live. And but
and Steve Evans is with us. He says, "Hi guys, welcome back to the heat."
well, hey Steve.
No, thank you.
Yeah, I was hoping you guys would have everything cooled off for us by the time we got back.
Yeah,
But
this
it's
is
even hotter.
ridiculous. I know when we were sitting in the plane and they were, this is what's up in Dallas announcement, and he was like 111, and I was like, what?
Man.
What? Why? What is going on?
Yeah, that's nutty.
Yeah,
That's nutty.
ridiculous.
But at the event though, it was really really cool. There were so many people that came out. It was in Central Park, so there's lots of people there that were just in the park anyway. But there were so many different people, and we had a tent that we were there meeting people, and I was painting, and we had some paintings for people to touch. But it was incredible though to talk to different people who use art in their life to be able to I don't know, deal with everything, deal with their disability, deal with any kind of stresses in their life. And it was just incredible. It really was.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody was super nice, and it was pretty awesome to see, to hang with the community,
Mm-hmm.
So, and I mean, we have some photos to share. I don't know when you want to do that, but there were just like some exceptional people that you ran into and met throughout the day.
Yeah. Let's show. And we'll play some trivia tonight, and we have the Comic-Con thing coming up. That we're leaving for tomorrow. We're going to Comic-Con in San Diego, so we want to share that kind of stuff with you guys too while we're there. Maybe live stream and things. And also, since we're actually going to be there live, and I want to live stream, so if you can't be at Comic-Con, which for us, like I think you and Jack went how many years ago?
10
years ago. But if there was something you guys were wanting to check out, maybe we could go over to that booth or something and be able to share it. So if you were, we can put you virtually there or something. So I don't know, we'll see.
Yeah,
it sounds like it's going to be a madhouse.
It's going to be a blast.
Yeah,
I'm excited. I woke up early this morning. Well, I didn't wake up early. I woke up earlier than everybody else, which is odd. And the minute you and Jack crawled out of bed to the kitchen, I was like, download the app. Let's go through the panels. We're gonna like mark what we want to see, And you guys were like, "What?"
Yeah, I think I slept like 12 hours, guys, last night. I kid you. I haven't been sleeping much. Like I've been sleeping a few hours, and for the New York thing, I was just really excited, and it was just a lot, and it was just so I just went so many nights of not really sleeping, and last night we're back home in our own bed, and although in New York it was amazing, it was great, and the accommodations, oh my goodness, were so sweet, so nice, and but it was just being home and just being tired, and it was just like, gosh, I slept forever. I was the first one to go to bed, and I was the last one to wake up.
Yeah, you hadn't slept well like days leading up to it at the house, so you needed a good 12 hours.
Worst thing about sleeping in late, though, is that it makes you late for your nap. So
True.
I learned everything I know about sleep from Garfield. Well, hey, if you got some photos, I'm really curious what you took, because I don't know what the photos are like, but I don't want this to be like whenever friends go on a trip, they come back and they do a slideshow for you. We're like, hey, let me show you this. This is the Starbucks we went to, and this is the latte I got, and this is.
Oh, we're doing a vacation slideshow. Everybody's ready for this.
Okay.
So we met some awesome people. Here, wait, I gotta figure this out. While there, and so we have some pictures that you took with those people. And let me get to it.
Well, while you're talking about it, I could tell people, I wanted to thank Elizabeth Axel and Matt Axel so much for being there. They put the event on, Disability Unite, and they really put their heart and soul in it. And it was so incredible to work with them. And it was just, it's one of those things, whenever you work with some people that really care, and it makes it fun and makes it amazing. And so I just wanted to say,
they were awesome.
Thank you.
So, okay, this first photo is of you and Jonathan. And
Jonathan.
Yeah. So you can elaborate on that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Jonathan was there with his mom, and he's a person with a disability, and he uses art to be able to deal with it. And his mom is incredible as well. Like they're both, they make this great pair. Like it was just incredible. And they were so cool. But Jonathan, he uses foil. Like he'll use foil and he'll ball it up to make sculptures, and he makes all these different sorts of sculptures with it. But one of the things that I thought was really interesting about it is he's done it since he was a kid, and it was just there weren't really art supplies around and stuff, which is one of the things that's true a lot with families. If you have a disability, money can a lot of times be very tight, because there's all these extra expenses and things that you have. There's medical bills. There's it's just one thing. There's all this different stuff, more care, more everything. And then, so spending money on hobbies, something that isn't like putting a roof over your head or, food on the table sort of thing, it's really hard to do. But what's wonderful though, I think, is somebody like Jonathan, who it doesn't matter about what you have to make art with, the supplies that you have, you find something and you work with it. And that's what he's done, like with this foil and this, and what I'm showing, I don't know if you can see it in the picture, but it's really, really cool. I don't know if the digital photo really shows it, but it's actually, it's like an anime sort of character, but it's got this long ponytail and it's got this curving sword, and it's really cool, and it's almost like armor with it.
I mean, his proportions were like spot on. When
Yeah,
she
yeah.
pulled this out, I was like, whoa, that's really good.
And he tried to give it to me, and I was like, Jonathan, thank you so much. I mean, so much. Like, I would, and to be honest, like, I wanted to have it so much because I wanted to be able to put it in my house and display it, and I wanted to have it. But I told him, like, I can't have this. Like, I appreciate it, but I can't. Like, what you need to do a show. Like, you need to collect all these things to get my thank you. I mean, do whatever you want, Jonathan. But I feel like that you could put these together in a show and have an incredible art show. And he was just, it's just, it just proves that you don't need expensive easels. You don't need, crazy paint, all this. You just need the creative spirit, and he didn't go to art school. He doesn't take lessons. He just is trial and error. It's something that he spent years of working on, and it's a passion of his. And so much so that, he's carrying in a bag with him going around in this festival because he heard there's arts there. So he's bringing a piece of his artwork just because he wants to connect with other people who are creative. How beautiful is that? That's just wonderful.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. And his mom was super inspirational. She was like an awesome advocate, and she was volunteering there, and it was just, they were two very special people. Linda Brown says, good luck on parking at the event in San Diego.
Thank you.
We are not parking, so we've got that covered. We're just Ubering there because I wouldn't even ask my brother to drive us. Like, it's going to be a madhouse.
Yeah, that's true. We were supposed to do this event. We were supposed to go to Comic-Con on COVID 2020, and then it's been pushed off till now. So we've had years now to plan for this, where we're going to Uber in and stuff. So we're going to try to make it as stress-free as possible.
I mean, I'm a little bit of a neurotic planner. John will attest to this. So I've already printed off the paperwork. I know where the ADA, services desk is. I know, it's so much easier to just be prepared. So we're going to go in and get lost in the sea of people.
I'm so curious what the next photo is going to be, because the
next person you met was Nancy.
Oh my word!
I mean, you met a ton of people, but these were like people that just like you really talked to for a while, and they were like super special. And Nancy complimented me a ton about how beautiful I was, so she was my favorite. But
Nancy is a very bright, intelligent woman with great taste. That's
right,
why she said
exactly.
That. And I feel like, I almost feel wrong on giving like details out, but I think like Nancy wouldn't mind, and I think people that shared with me, wouldn't mind me saying this, but Nancy, like, she had a stroke about a year ago, and she was at this event all by herself. Imagine the courage of that and the amazingness. Like, and her family were like, "Oh no, you can't go out by yourself. You can't do that." And she's like, "I've got my phone. I've got, I'm not going to let this keep me down." It was just an amazing woman, and oh my goodness, and I can't do words justice. Like, she made me tear up a little bit because, I mean, I didn't say that really. I don't know what I said. I don't know, but it's just that the first year of facing a challenge, whether it's a disability, but especially something like a stroke. Oh my goodness, the first year is the most horrible part. And I told her, so I said, my first year, I was a mess. I was so angry and depressed. I had friends. a lot of people didn't know how angry I was. I bottled it up. Raised on movies of John Wayne and all that. You bottle it up. you tap it down. You swallow it. But so I tried to hide it, I guess. But that first year is so difficult, and coming across someone that just faces that fear, and goes out there, how inspiring is that? It's just amazing. And so I don't know. It was a brilliant, beautiful event, and it was because of the people that were there. Like, all the people that were there, I kid you not, are incredible. Like, they were just amazing. And it was just one story after another, one person after another. We're just sharing a few, but just beautiful.
Yeah, everybody. It was interesting because you really felt like this sense of community there, which I don't think you necessarily feel just generally at some big events that are parties or whatever, but because you've got a community that's facing an adversity together, they band together and it's almost like solidified before it even happens. So, it was really nice to like meet those people and I don't know, just commiserate.
And it was so well run too. Like everything is spread
Yeah.
out. Like there was so much support. There were so many tents there from organizations and people that wanted to be a part of that. And there were just rows of tents of just people wanting to support and spread disability awareness and let people know, hey, what's out there. But it was spread out and laid out in such an amazing fashion that people weren't like crammed up. Like there was so many people at the event. It was so well attended. And plus it was even more online. Like, it was international.
Yeah, virtually
online.
It was big.
Yeah. And yet you didn't feel like you were in a mob of a crowd ever, which was incredible. Usually like every once in a while it would get a little thick, but it wasn't, too crazy.
Well, Linda says we agree. Anything can make art. From earlier.
Oh.
Jordan Mahoney has joined us from the Blind World. He says, hello, John and wife.
Well, hello.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you so much.
And Jessica is with us and says, hi, guys. Hey, thanks for tuning in.
Hey.
So, okay, the next person we met, he did photography.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, so I want to say his Instagram is OSnap Photography, but I'm not 100% sure.
Now, photography was one thing he did, but he did so much. He does all wheelchair sports, and I can't even name them. Oh,
really? I didn't know. That's cool.
Oh my goodness!
I didn't really get a chance to talk to him, but
tennis was one of them.
Tennis.
It was so many.
That's pretty cool.
Many, and I was like, oh my goodness, it's ridiculous. And he's into photography. It's incredible, and so I mean, and it's amazing to me, like, where, he was and I want to say, and I want to, if I'm wrong, I really apologize, but I want to say he was a soldier. Yes. You know what? And I can't think of his first name right now. And I apologize so much because, I start with an O and I'm terrible with names. And right now I'm just having a blank. And probably right after the live stream, I'll remember, or maybe in a minute I will.
I'll dig up his Instagram and share it so that people can also follow it.
That'd be great. I feel I'm so embarrassed.
I'm almost positive it was OSnap Photography.
But he was he was in the military and he did his training in Fort Worth. Actually, he's not from Texas.
No. I think you're thinking of the volunteer that was earlier in the.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. There's so many.
I mean, it was so many people that were that blend together. But what was cool is that he came by and he was the one that you were sitting next to him, and he was in the wheelchair. And
yeah, you're right. I'm so sorry. Yes, but this gentleman, I can't think of his first name, but he did do all the sports and all that because he did the photography. He's just getting into photography, but he plays wheelchair sports I didn't even know existed. It was just, I mean, I knew wheelchair.
I didn't know tennis was a thing.
That's there were so many different that he played and was part of, and it was just.
Oh wait! Siraj Chayton just tuned in and said, "Oh, that's me."
Oh my goodness!
How cool is that?
That's so brilliant! Oh man!
And he said,
"I'm so glad you tuned in because I felt so bad. I'm horrible with names."
Well, and I want to say really fast, like I was digging earlier to find his Instagram because I remember he showed me some photos that were just like blew me away, and I was like, I looked at it quickly and I was like, OSnap Photography. I'm gonna remember that. I'm gonna look it up. But I was digging around and I was like, I'm gonna have to spend more time looking for this. So please share your Instagram on the feed or whatever, and so we can follow. We can make sure everybody sees it. But he took some really great photos. It was like. It was just, in theory, it was just like the just regular world, but it had this sort of extra pizzazz to it. This like, I don't know. It was like you just see these pictures of like just like a snapshot of a bridge or a snapshot of just something, and his like had this feel to it that was like gritty and a little like New Yorkish and stuff. And anyway, I really dug it. So
that means a lot.
Share your Instagram, please.
That means a lot coming from Jackie. It really does. She's a harsh critic when it comes to art. So
I am.
If it's, because if she doesn't like something, she wants to say, "Oh, I don't like it." But, but if she does like something, you know what I mean?
I'll go on about it a little bit.
Yeah. She'll talk about it. But if she doesn't like it, she's like, "Oh,
and I'm really,
and
I'm really harsh about photography because that's what I majored in and I saw it forever and everything. And I'm actually a little jealous, when I see people like Suraj's work and I'm like, he got it, that's it, man. That's like the photo looks great. Just the connection with the artist and the pieces there. And for me, it was different. It was like a struggle constantly to like,
to make you feel even worse, he hasn't been doing, if I understand correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong, please, but he hasn't been doing photography that long. Like he's taking it up, and so isn't that amazing?
Yeah. Well, my best piece of advice to him when I was talking to him was steer clear of weddings, because that's, I think, what ruined me. I was like,
well, but you were still doing film though.
Well, that's true. That's true. Film was.
I remember when you did weddings, that was a big stress. You're not like, because if the film goes wrong, or you only have so many shots per
it's not
roll,
digital, yeah.
You know how many rolls you bring, and do you run out?
Yeah.
If the shot isn't great, so I don't know.
Yeah, and it's way more expensive film wise.
Yeah.
So Jordan said, deeply moving what you're talking about, John.
Oh, thank you. Well, Jordan, I wish you could have been there. I think you would have loved it. It's just, if you find me chatting about it moving, because actually, it was a really well done event. It was so fun. Nice. It was a blast. And being in Central Park, it was just nice.
Yeah, the best part was all the awesome people. So thank you. And Suraj shared his Instagram. Everybody out there, if you're, click on it, follow all that fun stuff. I'm going to make sure I'm going to do it after this. Okay, so the next person you met, which this was interesting, was let me get down to it. Okay, you were painting this picture, and it's like the couple with the red umbrella and the Brooklyn Bridge.
Oh yes.
And he came up to you and he was like, it
isn't the Brooklyn Bridge. It's a different bridge. But okay. Yes, it's a bridge in New York though.
One of the many bridges. And he came up and he was like, oh my gosh, he recognized it immediately. And he said, I used to have a studio on Washington Street, which is like that image right there. He instantly recognized it.
Yeah, he knows the building.
Oh, see, that's crazy.
Yeah, and it's a 2 foot by 3 foot canvas that I was working on. And I didn't catch his first name. So I didn't get a chance to forget it this time. I don't think I forgot it. I'm so horrible at names, but he was like, I lived in that building, like, and I think he was pointing on the building, like he came over and he kind of, it was like, I lived right in this building. It was the building on the right, and of the painting, and he's like, I kid you not, and I thought, how cool is that? To be able to have someone come over and actually point out their apartment,
Yeah, he pointed.
I lived right there.
He was right I used to have a studio right there. Suraj says Williamsburg, I believe, might be the Williamsburg.
Oh man,
bridge.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
He is an expert.
Yeah.
Okay. So those were some of the cool people that we met. That was just a snapshot of some of the really inspirational people that we met while we were out there, and then we wanted to share the apartment, some wacky
Yeah, and I want to say again, Elizabeth Axel and Matt Axel were the people that really put the event together. And whenever you see an event this well done like that, you just gotta. There's so much work, and they made it look easy. And they made everybody feel really warm and welcome. And we've been to a lot of events. I've been really fortunate to be able to do that, and and just kind of being behind the scenes of it all, you hear people communicate with other people, and the way that Matt would talk with everyone, you could tell he was making everybody feel really special, whether they were an entertainer, whether they were there to present something, whether they're talk. He made sure that everybody got what they needed, and that was really incredible. And Elizabeth was the same way. And Elizabeth, they were going to put us in a hotel, which is the norm, but Elizabeth actually let us stay in an apartment that they had, and it was open. and which was an incredible experience. And we thought, oh, a hotel, apartment, but we had, I mean,
it was pretty unique.
How often do you get a chance to go into a city and be able to actually live in a spot or be in a spot that the people live, you know, and actually be in the neighborhood? And we thought, how cool is this?
Well, and I think for me that what's interesting about this is like, if you're from New York, you're like, okay, I get it. Like it's New York, it's cool, whatever, you know. But like if you're not from New York, I mean, or we, you know, I mean, I never technically lived there, even though my family's from there. You have these Seinfeld-esque ideal situations where you imagine the New York experience is. So it was interesting to stay in an apartment and be like, okay, this is how the other side lives. Like this is how it was. And it was funny because it was like you go into this place and the elevator was tiny. It was like itty bitty tiny. And we've stayed in hotel rooms that like you could barely like lay your suitcase out on the floor.
Yeah.
And in Texas,
that's the norm for us when we travel in New York, is to be able to just to have room for your suitcase and maybe for you to stand next to.
Oh, it's crazy. And in Texas, we're not used to that because it's like there is so much room for everything. You're yelling at your neighbor, you know? So it's funny to go and be like, it's a tiny, tiny elevator and everything. But we went into this place and it was, you know, beautiful old apartment, and all the finishings were like, you know, crown molding, all this sort of stuff. And then the view, I mean, I remember I was just walking. I was like, I can't even imagine how much.
Yeah, and it's right on the Hudson River, and it was just
cool.
It was just fun, and so really of course we're huge nerds, we're dorks. So, so at night when we're there, we would watch episodes of Seinfeld.
Yeah. Well, he's the nerd, and this photo will prove it. So we get there, and it's oh, look at this view, and John's like, take a picture of me.
I was trying to do a Burt Reynolds repose, and I couldn't quite get there because I started,
cramped up.
I cramped up. I was like, I'm not cool enough to pull a Burt Reynolds, so I never quite. And
yeah. So and this was my reaction to him.
Oh no.
This is me just looking at him like, what are you doing?
Oh yeah. Oh, is my painting on the coffee?
Yeah. When we got there, you unrolled your painting so it could.
Yeah. So this is the painting that I worked on when I was there. I started it in the studio, and it's a 2 foot by 3 foot painting. And I just wanted to mention it because I've really been exploring on different ways to travel with bigger art, you know, to be able to actually paint on something that's bigger, because an 18 by 24 inch canvas is the biggest thing that'll fit in a big suitcase without having to pay for oversized luggage, which is crazy. It's like suddenly it's like 150 is the minimum of that dollars to check your bag. Then you got to go both ways, which means like an extra $300.
Might as well shipped it.
And if you're an artist, you know, you're probably not, you know, you probably just don't have money just dripping out of your pockets all the time. So an extra $300 is something. So I'm working on ways to be able to bring bigger things, but be able to do it on a budget. And so on this, what I did was I brought two smaller canvases that would fit in the suitcase, and then I did this painting on loose canvas that I could roll and put it in the suitcase, so it would fit rolled. And then when I got there, I would stretch it when I was there, and then I would unstretch it and I'd roll it again. So that's
it worked out pretty well. I thought it was it. I mean, and I'm excited to see the evolution of that painting because you were getting some pretty good feedback. So. Well, Jordan Mahoney is taking off. He says, bye, John.
Well, have a good night, Jordan. Thank you.
So that, you know, one last photo, and then this vacation walkthrough.
Yeah, sorry guys
has
for
ended.
Our sideshow.
But I want to share this one because it's ridiculous.
Uh-oh. I'm afraid to ask after the Burt Reynolds. I mean, good grief.
Oh, it's fine.
The anticipation's killing me.
Dun dun dun. It's Eagle.
Oh, Eagle. Oh, is this Eagle on the plane?
Yeah. So John didn't fill you in on the details before when we first logged in, but so when we got on the plane, and then there was the weather was coming in, and they were having to do reroutes, thinking about reroutes and telling the pilots, but everybody was having to wait, and then we were there so long that some planes had to go get refueled, and then eventually we had to go get refueled, and so we were in the plane in our seats for probably about 3.5 hours
Yeah, it's close to 4 before we actually took off. I
before we
think.
took off. And the problem is that once they leave the gate, it's a huge deal to like get back to the gate and get off. So they were like, eventually, like, we got to go refuel. We go back to the gate, and they're like, but if you get off, we can't guarantee you're going to get back on. And so we were doing this like dance of like, do we go walk Eagle? Do we just hope she is cool? But she was a rock star.
Yeah, and it was
Oh,
hot in the plane
My
because
gosh.
they had to turn the plane off, and we were on there, and it's summer, so it's hot, but she did so well, but if anybody wonders where a guide dog rides during a trip,
It's right there between your legs.
yeah, she rides. So Jackie is in one seat, and I'm in the other, and Eagle is really over on this trip. She rode with you, so she rode on your side, and then she'd put her head up on my leg every once in a while,
Yeah.
and just a sweetheart.
Yeah, she's right there. Well, she was like, why are we doing this? That's the look on her face.
I was like, all right, we've been here 4 hours, guys. In this time, we should probably be where we're going. Like,
Yeah.
handle it. And then,
Handle it.
like, no,
handle
I'm
it.
sorry, it's going to be another 4 hours.
So it was a bit silly.
just to do a 3 hour. Yeah, it was a 13-hour travel time for Eagle. Well, for all of us, but for Eagle, which I felt bad because. But she is just awesome, and I bring a pocket full of treats, and we try to make it as happy as we can because.
I mean, we were there so long that you ran out of your pocket full of treats, and we were giving her chips.
Yeah.
Try to give her a little bit of water.
Yeah, I know.
And the guy sitting next
about the chips. I don't know. I felt bad because I eat a chip. Like, I'm not supposed to eat those kind of chips either, but
That's
I eat
right.
them.
Both of
And
you
I felt
guys.
guilty for Eagle, so I gave her some because I'm not going to eat it without her not being able to eat. But I had a bunch more treats in my bag, but then that's up in the thing, and it's just like So
Yeah. So
we both cheated a little.
Well, she deserved. Man, after this, she deserved a full blown like London broil steak. If we weren't getting back on a plane tomorrow,
Yeah.
where it might upset her stomach,
I
I would be
know.
like, you need to handle up on giving her a steak.
Yeah, you said, dude, you should give her a steak when we get home. And I said, oh, great. So whenever we go to your brother's house in California, she's going to explode.
All over their hardwood floor.
Man, poor Billy.
Well, Cassie Garb joins us and says that's a postcard picture right there.
Oh,
She is pretty cute. She's adorable. Just the close-up of the nose. It's ridiculous. Anyway, okay, so let's do some quick trivia and call it a night.
yeah. Let's make it quick. And then also, guys, just to say again, because I'm not petting tonight or anything. We got home from New York late last night. Today we're packing for California because we're leaving in the morning. So today is just sort of a crazy day, but I've been looking forward to hanging out. But we're going to Comic-Con in California, so I definitely want to do some live streams, and I want to post a lot of just stuff. So there might be I'm planning on a lot of stuff. So hopefully I don't get anybody's nerves just posting things. But my hope is that if there's something that you're interested in too, if you're like, hey, I'm really curious about this thing, but maybe I can go try and find it, and take a photo of it for you or something. So that way we're all kind of in this thing together. But
Heck yeah, that'll be great. Okay.
What do you think we should play? Like what? What category?
I don't know. Do we want to feel better about ourselves and do like general knowledge, or do we?
I don't know because general knowledge is hard. I mean,
That's true. They're all over the place. There's entertainment, history, science and nature, geography.
You know what?
What?
Oh, we're terrible at entertainment. I was going to say, how about entertainment because we're going to Comic-Con?
Mm-hmm.
But it's probably not like that kind of entertainment. I don't know. Might be. We could,
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Entertainment.
Oh my gosh, this is going to suck. I'm terrible with entertainment. It's all about names, and as we've proven, I'm not good.
There's a Cardassian question. I'm going to get it wrong. Kardashian. If there was a Cardassian question, I'd get it right.
Yeah, Star Trek.
Yeah.
I didn't know the Kardashians had big butts.
I know exactly who the Kardashians
They had weird necks in the series.
Okay. Which nearly tragic Apollo mission was the subject of a film with Tom Hanks? Come on.
I know that.
Okay, you're a nerd. Do you want me to read it to you, or do you want to just like prove
13?
your smarts?
Isn't it 13? What should not be that?
11, 13, 15-8.
Watch me be wrong. And after I came in with such bravado,
You think it's 13?
13, my darling.
Why
I
would they
think-
even name like a mission 13? They
I
don't
know,
even
that's
give
what I
like
just thought,
levels. Like elevators don't even have a 13.
There's your problem. Nah,
Are you sure it wasn't Apollo 11?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going with 13.
You think it's 13? Oh, everybody thinks it's 13. Okay. Amy says that that's her favorite number. 13.
Apollo 11 is the one with Neil, I think. And
I don't know. I don't remember. It's weird that yeah, okay. Okay, let's go with 13.
But, you know, I'm not.
Way to go, crowd.
Yay, girl.
Okay, who played Breathless Mahoney alongside Warren Beatty in Dick Tracy?
Oh, I know this one.
A. Madonna, B. Dustin Hoffman, C. Glenn Headley, D. James Caan.
Con. I think I know this, and I think it's Madonna, and I think what I remember.
Didn't
Was
they
it-
start dating after this?
Well, I think what I remember is that she didn't even get paid for it. Like, she just wanted to do it.
Really?
Yeah, because she wanted to break into acting, sort of thing, or be seen as a
okay.
serious actress. And they were like, no. They're like, I want to play this part. And they're like, no, maybe not this time. You know, thanks, Madonna. And she's like, you don't even have to pay me. And they're like, you don't have to do what now? And they were, you've got it. You're a star.
You're a star.
And I don't know if they started dating. I don't know.
Oh no, I'm almost.
Really?
I'm more sure about them dating and
Wow.
seriousness than her being that character.
Well, Warren,
'Cause
you
I
dog
honestly
you.
don't know if I've
My
seen that
goodness.
movie. Okay, let's go with it. Everybody seems to think.
I'm pretty sure she wasn't like a virgin at that point.
Not more. Okay.
Were we right?
Who? Yes. Way to go, crowd. Who is the father of Dawson Creek's actor Jordan Bridges?
No idea. I've never seen that show.
The father of the actor, not the character.
Oh.
So I don't even. Okay, so Jeff Bridges, Lloyd Bridges, Bo Bridges, Road Bridges, Road Bridges.
That would be the name to have.
Why would you name your kid Road Bridges?
Oh man, if your last name was Bridges, if they had a daughter, they should have named her Brooklyn. Brooklyn Bridges. look, they named the whole bridge after.
All right, well, right now, Amy says Bo, Steve's saying Bo.
I'm thinking Bo, because I
didn't know that the Dawson's Creek guy had a. I guess I just never watched Dawson's Creek, so I didn't know that there was a famous father involved.
Well, and I don't remember Jeff Bridges having a son named Jordan. So
Amy says, I never realized there were so many bridges. There are a lot of bridges, apparently.
man,
I didn't either.
that's a lot of bridges.
Okay, let's try for Bo. Very good.
Bang.
What relation is Henry Fonda to Bridget Fonda? A. Uncle, B. Grandfather, C. Brother, or D. Father? Gosh, maybe grandfather.
Man, yeah, maybe grandfather. Yeah, you know, I will say, you know, this is probably a bad story, but the first time that I heard about like a self-parking car,
Yeah.
whenever I went to the Jeff Bridges house and was talking to him, he said that his brother Bo had a car. It was the first time I heard about that because like he pulled up and he got out of the car and he's like, like he was just gonna leave it there in the middle of everything. And Bo's like smirking, like, and then like click the button or something, and then it parked itself. And then I don't know. That's
That's
Jeff
pretty
told
awesome.
me. And that's the first time I heard about a car like that, and I thought, dang.
I wonder if that actually is like a really cool feature to just like you utilize quite a bit, or if it's like just something cool to have.
I don't know.
Because
that was a while ago. So I mean, maybe it was a prototype. So maybe he's lucky it didn't explode.
Yeah, really. Well, quite a few people are saying grandfather.
I'm thinking grandfather, sure.
And Steve says father.
Mm.
So I want to say Bridget Fonda was a little bit younger than them. Okay, I'm gonna try for grandfather. Let's give it a try. Yay! Okay. Which of these artists is considered to achieve the whistle register or highest register of the human voice whilst whilst singing? A. Mariah Carey, B. Celine Dion, C. Rihanna, D. Beyonce. I already know the answer to this.
Mariah Carey, final answer.
You're like, I know.
I don't know, but I think though, like some of her songs are.
I mean,
like,
she just.
ooh,
I mean, that's what she was known
hits
for.
that tone. I didn't even know she was known for it. Did she?
Yeah.
Some of her songs are just like, it's like
That's
okay,
it.
okay.
I want to say they. Yeah. No. Yeah. She's got. Yeah, that's her. That's her jam.
Hmm.
All right. Yay.
Yes.
Okay, which rock musician featured in the 1970 movie Performance?
Oh.
A. Axl Rose, B. Ozzy Osbourne, C. Mick Jagger, or D. Jimmy Page.
1970.
I have never seen this, don't know anything about this.
Me
so
either.
I would have to go with like the date.
Yeah.
And I mean, if I was to guess, it would be Mick Jagger because it's
Yeah,
Axl
Mick Jagger
Rose
or maybe
is
Jimmy Page.
80s.
Could be Jimmy Page.
It could be Jimmy Page or Mick Jagger. I think
Yeah,
Ozzy
yeah.
wouldn't. I don't think it's an Ozzy.
Yeah, Axl Rose is too. Would be too young.
Amy
for that, I
says
think.
Jagger, and she's been hot tonight.
Really?
Yes.
Well, maybe we should go with Jagger then.
That seems to be the consensus. Let's try for it.
All right.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Okay. What kind of bird did poet John Keats write an ode to? Come on, you're a nerd. You should know
I
this.
think I know.
A. Blackbird, B. Nightingale, C. Robin, or D. Sparrow.
So why Keats was a good poet is because he put a bird on it.
That's pretty good. That's nice. I appreciate that. I appreciate
I think it was a nightingale,
that. Okay.
but
Well,
what is
yeah,
it?
we got
What other
a
people say?
nightingale, we got a sparrow,
The dodo.
the dodo. Okay, you think it's the nightingale?
I think so.
All right, we got a couple of nightingales. Let's do it. Very good.
Oh, good.
Which singer released "Freak" in 2002?
Oh my goodness. Okay, and freak. You said it funny.
I don't.
Freak.
I'm sure once I heard the song, I'd be like, "Oh, that song," but I don't know what song I'm talking about. A. It's 2002. Keep that in mind.
Okay.
A. Daniel Johns. I have no idea who that is.
I don't either. I was hoping you would
Nope.
save me on that one.
B. Boy George. C. George Michael. And D. Rod Stewart.
Oh my goodness. I don't know the song. And I don't know Daniel Johns. Does anybody know who Daniel Johns is?
I have no idea. Amy says entertainment is my favorite category in Trivial Pursuit.
Oh, good. What do you say it is then?
Yeah. Amy, what's the answer?
Yeah. Is he a one-hit wonder and his one hit was Freak?
Gosh, 2002.
Freak
I don't know
out.
if like Boy George was past it. George Michael was past it. They're all, I don't even know. I don't know.
Wow.
Oh, Amy says George Michael.
Really? Okay. I was worried about George Michael because after Wham, he did his own thing. In 2002, that's pretty early. I mean, that's just after Seinfeld.
Everything is based around the Seinfeld timeline right now because that's all we're watching.
My parents did a pretty good job. Let's face it. I was raised by TV. No.
Okay, let's try
What's
for
up, Wills?
let's try for George Michael. That seems to be the consensus.
All right. Gosh, I'm gonna listen to that song as soon as we're off the
Yeah, I know. I'm curious.
stream.
Okay, you might know this. Where did reggae music originate?
Oh boy.
A.
know
South
that.
Africa, B. USA, C. UK, or D. Jamaica?
I think we all know this. I have another question that goes with that. What came first, reggae music or ska?
Ooh.
But Jamaica. Is
But Jamaica.
Jamaica me crazy.
Okay, that seems to be the consensus.
My mom used to get us alternative. It was called Jamaica Me Crazy. It had all these spices and different things in it. There was another one that company put out too, and I can't remember what it was, but it was another like pun like that. But
You're silly. Okay, so so ska,
yeah, so
reggae?
ska actually came out before reggae,
Really?
but reggae is like more slow, and you would think like, oh, it would be the other way around.
So where did ska originate from?
Jamaica.
Oh, so like No Doubt is like that's what?
Well, and both of us isn't that old. Like it's kind of new music.
Okay, that makes sense.
But it's just that kind of came out first, unless I have it completely wrong. But that's what I've heard and read. But and I thought, oh, that's kind of interesting because it's like more punchy. It's more, But then the reggae is maybe a little more soulful. Maybe I don't know.
Cool.
I don't know, like the mighty Boss Tones.
Oh, okay,
reggae
okay.
band, but they'll they'll punch it up with a ska beat.
That's interesting. Well, the majority is saying Jamaica, and Randy has joined us. He says I'm late, but he's wearing a fancy hat in his profile picture, so that's all that matters.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if we're all right.
No wonder if Randy is still rocking the beard.
I would hope so.
Man, that's
okay. Nice. Bridget Jones' Diary is loosely based on which novel?
Oh Lord, I have no idea. Hey, Randy's good with
yeah,
novels.
he's probably read this, I'm sure. A, Jane Eyre, B, Pride and Prejudice, C, Emma, or D, Wuthering Heights.
Oh my word. Okay. Bridget Jones' Diary, which I did see.
I would guess Emma. That just I don't know at all.
Well,
but for some reason Emma popped out of me.
Wuthering Heights. Clever. That's really yelling.
Cassie says Emma as well. That's her guess. Okay.
Okay. I mean, gosh. I just hit my fingers on something. I cut my thumb earlier, just before this. Jackie had said, would you be a lamb and open me a bottle of wine?
Would you be a lamb?
That's I was like, yes,
exactly how I said it.
Yes, I was. So I did, and but I cut my thumb not on the knife part of the opener to cut the foil, not the pokey corkscrew, but on the foil itself. Like it came off and just cut my thumb, and it's like, what the heck?
Getting me drunk is a dangerous profession.
I guess so. Okay, I'm gonna go with Emma too.
Okay.
That'll be my vote.
Oh, okay. So we got it. It's a little bit all over the board. Amy says Pride and Prejudice, and Randy says I don't think it's Emma, and he says, but I could be wrong. So that's not his genre.
I was wondering Pride and Prejudice too. You know what? I'm gonna go with Pride and Prejudice.
Really? Okay. Look at you.
Yeah. Oh my goodness! But now I haven't read Wuthering Heights.
Let's go with Pride and Prejudice. I like that. Let's go with it.
Okay.
It's probably Jane Eyre, but whatever. Pride and Prejudice.
The reason that I thought about it is because
dang,
it was the two guys.
All right, way to go. See, Amy, 100. We got 100 points.
Nice.
We're awesome.
Nice. Well, thank you guys for making sure that we because you carried us on this quiz.
Make sure we look smart.
My goodness.
But
you know what? I've got hey, look at this. So this is the places where we're going to go this month. Dallas, too hot.
2 down.
Well, yeah, we're here in Dallas, but it's 111 degrees outside. So you know what? We'll check that out more later when you can't fry an egg on the pavement,
dude.
New York done in the bag. San Diego will be there tomorrow.
Yep, I'm excited about it. I've already ordered Cincinnati chili to be delivered to my brothers because we're having a Cincinnati chili night.
You're gonna do the California thing and eat Cincinnati chili.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, he yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing.
Well, that's what you get when you get a family that kind of comes from New York, but then they went to Cincinnati,
half of them are in California,
and then down to Texas, and then over to California, and you get a mix.
You get a mix. It's a fun mix because it makes for there's a house to stay in all the coasts. I like it.
Woo.
I dig it.
Yeah, and I can't wait to be there. Billy and the family are so nice.
I know. It's gonna be awesome. Video games, Comic-Con.
And they're as nerdy as we are. So that's
dude,
that's pretty brilliant.
Stoked. Well, Steve says enjoy San Diego. Looking forward to some live streams. We will return Tuesday with updates about. You can tune in to our vacation slideshow of San Diego next Tuesday, because that's
Here's
what
the
everybody
Starbucks
loves.
we went to, guys, and here's the other Starbucks.
No, the goal here is to like, I would like to share some crazy cool costumes. Jack's got a cool costume he's stoked about. And just like the vibe of the convention, quick and dirty, and more trivia.
Yeah,
maybe.
there's a disability panel I'm interested in.
Oh yeah.
And some art panels that sound really cool. So I'm just kind of curious what artistically they're doing, because Comic-Con is kind of cool in that they go into comic books, but also other like screenwriting, and they go into the movies, they go into comic, the TV show. It's all this different art form. So I'm kind of curious what's in the mix right now.
Yeah. Well, Amy says we need to see Jack's final cosplay.
Oh, you'll see it.
You'll see it. It's in full.
Thanks so much for wanting to check that out.
And when and in fact, I will maybe start the show next week with part of it on.
Maybe, yeah.
It'll be crazy. Who knows? It'll be funny. It'll be hilarious.
Maybe we can bribe Jack into making an appearance
right now. We'll see. But
we're not cool enough.
I know we're not. Anyway, okay. So join us next Tuesday. Like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. We enjoy hanging out with you guys. It's always a blast, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
Yeah. See you in 15 seconds, guys.
That too.
And a special thanks to our Patreon subscriber guys. Thank y'all so much. We appreciate it. But y'all have a good week, and we'll see you next week, I hope.